Hello again. Thank you for watching my channel Just to Talk. I'm going to talk about somewhat difficult explanation of the story of Mahabharata. We kind of went backward. We were talking about Pandavas and Kunti and Gandhari and Pandu and Dhritarashtra, Dronacharya, etc. But today I want to actually talk about the beginning because I had mentioned it in my first video on Mahabharata that I would like to start with the origin of universe. And what is the concept? We have different concepts, but the Mahabharata represents the origin of universe, and the characters in that are indicative of that. Again, as I have often said, everybody and anybody can do the interpretation of Mahabharata or any scripture in different ways. What I'm going to talk about it is what Paramahansa Yogananda had suggested. So it is not my explanation in short. So in the Mahabharata story, there is a king Shantanu, and he falls in love with Ganga or Ganges. He wants to marry her, but she has a condition that when the children are born, because that's what the kings want to have, so that they can carry their kingdom as an heir, that whatever she does with the kids, he will not question her. He agrees to that, and then he has kids. Ganga takes the first kid and drowns it in the Ganges or Ganga waters. And she does the same thing with second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and seventh. When the 7 kids are killed or drowned by the Ganga, Shantanu gets concerned. So when the 8th one is born, he questions her. When he questions her, she says, as I told you before, you cannot question me, I'm going to leave you. She leaves him. Then Shantanu, the 8th son, is left alive, not killed or not drowned in the water. In a historical way, it is told to us that these were Vasus, and they were cursed that they will have to be in human form, and so they were born through the Ganga, and they had a very short life as human beings. But it just does not make a sense that a Ganga that we consider as a holy river would drown these 7 kids, newborn infants. Shantanu marries Satyavati, or wants to marry Satyavati, whose name was Matsagandha. And through her, after Bhishma says that I will not marry because Satyavati is concerned about Bhishma's son becoming a king, he says, I will never marry, I will not have kings. So she gives rise to 3 kids, one through Parashar Rishi, which is Vedavas, and 2 others through Shantanu. We will talk about that a little bit later. The story is so complex that it will take me probably 2 videos to explain the whole structure. So the Shantanu represents Parabrahma, or the Father in the Christian scriptures. So Parabrahma is, Brahma means wild, infinite, big, huge. In our concept of Sankhya philosophy, it is all one singularity which divides into spirit and the matter, or Purush and Prakriti. The Purush has spirit or energy, but this nature has the gunas, sattvic, tamasic, and rajasic. And so they have the desires. When these 2 combine, then the universe comes in existence. Because spirit has no desire, as it has no gunas, so it has no desire to start the universe. Nature has a desire, but has no spirit or energy. So the 2 have to combine together. to form the beginning of the universe. Now, historically or the scripture-wise, Shantanu represents Parabrahma. Satyavati, his second wife, represents nature or primordial, while the Ganga represents the consciousness that pervades the universe. So now we're talking about limited form. Now there are three different universes, and this is where simple understanding would help. We have a physical body, which you can see. Physical body is made out of flesh, bones, blood. Everybody can see it. But there is a subtle body. The physical body is called Sthula Sharir. The subtle body is called Sukshma Sharir, which is your mind, intellect, ego, chit. So there is a subtle body which actually is a replica of the physical body, but also has mind, intellect, ego, and chit. Causal body is the reason for which the two other bodies exist. That's why it's called causal body, or in Sanskrit, it's called Karana Sharir. So there is a Karana Sharir, there is a Sthula body, and there is a Sukshma body. Causal, subtle, and physical. Now, as much as we're talking about me or an individual with these three bodies, the entire universe also has three bodies. So there is a causal universe. Without cause, there cannot be an effect. There is a subtle universe and there is a physical universe. Physical universe we all can see. So there are macrocosm and microcosm, three universes. Again, microcosm and macrocosm each has three universes, three different things. So each one has to have an intelligence, consciousness, energy, without which they cannot function. I'm looking at a phone, I'm looking at a computer, I'm looking at electric bulb, I'm looking at air conditioning. All of them need electricity. Without electricity, AC doesn't work, heater doesn't work, fan doesn't work, bulb doesn't work, and computer or phone doesn't work. So this intelligence is the consciousness which enlightens, or which is the cause without which these three universes at micro level and macro level cannot function. I hope you're getting it. These three intelligences makes total 6, at micro level 3 and macro level 3. These are the 6 children. These are the 6 children that so-called Ganga drowned, because they are in the universe. And what is Ganga? Universal consciousness. So the universal consciousness, when it pervades microcosm at gross, subtle, and causal, there are 3 universes. There are 3 bodies that pervade the intelligence or the consciousness. And then at macro level, the entire physical universe, stars, moon, sun, galaxies, and it has a subtle and causal universe that is again pervaded by 3 different electric power or intelligences or consciousness. So that makes it 6 total. Now in every one of these matter or matter thing, there is a reflected consciousness. If I take a mirror and have a sun reflected in it, that mirror has sun image, but it also has a heat in it. It also has qualities of sun. Same way when consciousness is reflected, it is called Abhas Chaitanya. So that Abhas Chaitanya is the 7th one, pervading again everything. And the 8th child is Bhishma, which is individualized. When I have the reflected intelligence. I feel this is my body. This is my thought. This is my feeling. This is my intelligence. This is how I am. That particular thing is the ego, limiting to the bodily. So that's the eighth child. The universal ego is Bhishma, the eighth child. I think I'm going to go a little bit more detail next time. This is complicated. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Again, as much as I understand. So hope you like it and subscribe. Thank you for watching. We're going to continue the same thing in the next one, next week hopefully, and talk about the other side, the nature side, and Satyavati and her two children, and the Vyas, which was born through Parashar Rishi. Thank you.